Hi guys, and welcome back to Ray's Honest Airgun Reviews. In this episode we're going to be reviewing a beast of a gun. This is like a chuffing elephant gun if you ask me. It's the most powerfulest air gun I've ever shot, and it actually, they've been out for a while. I've seen a lot of people use these on YouTube and shoot things at 200 yards away and all this and all that, and we're probably going to find out over the next few episodes, and I'm going to use it for a bit of hunting, and I'm going to use it down on the range, and we're going to do some testing with it. Other than this one little review, we're going to do some slug testing with it, we're going to do some pellet testing with it, and we're just going to totally find everything we can out about this gun. So let's get it on the table and have a look. So today's gun on the table is the FX King. Now this is the FAC 25 caliber model, but we're going to explain about different models first. It comes in a mass variant different options. You've got, obviously, this is the forest green stock. It's in a GRS stock. It's got adjustability, obviously, here for your cheek. If I can push it, it's absolutely freezing cold. But yeah, you push that, obviously, and you can put your cheek piece up and down. And the same with the butt pad. It's got a nice rubberized butt pad. Lovely sculpted out. It's not ambidextrous. It's obviously right-handed, this one. It's got a lovely, obviously, pistol grip there that kicks out a little bit as well, actually, to be fair. It comes in grey, Nordic grey, I think. It comes in the forest, and it comes in like a walnut, and it also, I think that's it, actually. I think that's the only 3 stock options, unless you want to correct me, guys, on that. Comes in 5 different calibers: 177, 22, 25, 30 cal, and 30 cal and 35 cal. Got mixed up then. I don't know what the 35 cal is going to be like, because I think this 25 one's an absolute beast, so that's going to be taking down rhinos and things, isn't it, guys? It goes up to a 250 bar fill via your connector underneath there. So it's just your basic Foster connector. Pull that off, plug it in, 250 bar. It's fitted with a 480cc buddy bottle, so it does give you quite a few shots. And then if I spin it round, on this side, you've got them gauges. So your bottom one is your pressure gauge to know how much you've got in the bottle, and the top one is a regulator gauge that tells you what your regulator is set at. It has got a 23, yeah, it is 23 different power settings on your wheel there, and then you've got your quick tune system, so you can actually fine tune this to get it just absolutely bob on. It's spin it back around again. The only thing about that I don't like, guys, is the actual gauges stick out a bit. Now I would have preferred the gauges to be flat against the block, and a bit of wood coming out, so you can't really, get them gauges, because they are in a nice position. You're not having to look down barrels or under the gun or anything else like that. On the side of the gun, I think, is a really nice touch, but I would have preferred them a bit further, further in, as opposed to sticking out, because they could be prone to get broken, so I've heard. It's a 2-stage trigger, 2-stage match trigger with a nice metal, obviously, trigger guard, fully adjustable. It's got a very nice, crisp, obviously, pull on that. The barrel length, so you can get it in 500 or 600mm barrels, so that's obviously your 600mm one. That's why it looks absolutely massive. And round the barrel here, up to about here, I don't know if you can see the band there, that's part of your plenum there. So it's a bit like the DRS, and that also acts as a barrel stiffener. So obviously this one designed to shoot slugs, but it can shoot pellets and other bits and bobs. Then that bit forward, your shroud, then it's fitted with a 1/2-inch UNF. I'm going to pull it back a bit here. 1/2-inch UNF to fit that silencer. So that silencer is a Hugget silencer. That's the Magna and the biggest one they do. There is some fitted with, obviously, a pick rail to mount your scopes on. So it's got a nice pick rail on the top, but it's got one either side as well, so you can put your accessories on there. This is fitted with a HIC Micro 4K Alpex. This is the LRF version. It's also fitted with the Mark II amp regulator, so you get some really consistent shots out of this as well. The magazine capacity obviously depends on different calibers, but we'll go through that at a later date when obviously we're doing some slug testing. And if anyone actually has anything else that they want to add to this, please put it in the comments below, because that'd be great. While I'm doing reviewing this gun and doing a bit of hunting with it as well. I've got lots of different slugs. I've got some H&N HPs. I've got the Mark II HPs. I've got some Zans. I've got all sorts, and I've got it ranging from about 28 grains right through to 42 grains. And I'm going to be shooting this. I've quit the quick zero with this, and we're going to be shooting it at 45 yards. Now that should be really easy. That, and I've used a 30 grain HP slug, the Mark II one. Just quickly pulled some out, and that's what I pulled out first. And it's getting some really good groups. But other than that, guys, I'm going to get it round. We're going to, just for this quick review of it, we're going to do some footage through the scope out at 45 yards and see what group we can get at 45 yards with them slugs. And then in another review later, what we'll do is I'll get a bunch of slugs out. We'll do some testing at like 50 yards, and then we'll push it right out to about 150 or 100 yards as well. And we'll see which one groups the best. But that's for another day. So this is the FX King. So let's spin it round and let's see what kind of groupings we get at 45. Right, so I've got it out at 45 yards now, and I've got it against the plate, so I don't know how the groupings are going to come out, because obviously there's nothing, the pellet's going to go through the thing and splatter, so you might get some splatter on the back of the target. I'm going to film it all through the 4K light. The 4K Alpex. And we've got some 30 grains, some 36s, I think, and then some 42s. So we're going to do 5 shots for each and see how we get on. Currently running, it was running at 50 foot-pound with 30 grains. So let's have a go with this and see what we get. I know obviously the heavy pellet's going to drop off a lot more, but let's see. Turn safe off. No, I don't think this is going to work, guys. It's I've actually decided we're not going to do the pellet accuracy test. I'm going to do that in another review next week, and because we're going to put some obviously pellet catches out at a bigger distance and whatever, and get a proper obviously slug test, pellet test with it all. We'll do like, you know, a good 30-40 minutes of different slug testing with different accuracies and different range and stuff like that. Because if I show you now, I think it'll just not even justify what this rifle can do. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to show you the consistency of it. Now I've just put some 30 grain slugs in, the HP2s, and it's set at level 14 on the wheel, and on the quick tune it's on 2. So let's see what kind of consistency we get. I've just loaded 3 pellets in and see what we get. The reg's set at 120. So that's doing 44.5. 46. 47. So yeah, let me I think this is a 36 grain now. I think this one. So I've one shot with 36, and I'll just change this. So I'll just end that one, and then we'll go at 36. Great, these little Garmin chronos, guys. All right, so 36 grain now. $51, $801. $49. $52. It's got a bit of a bigger spread on the 36 grainers. $53. $51. $42. Yeah, so it's quite a very big spread on them. And then I think now these are the 42 grains. I'll just swap that over to 42, and we'll see what we get. Power we get at 42 grain. 49. $49 again. $50. And that's it. So yeah, on power level 14 with 30 grains, 36 and then 42s, it is roughly doing around about 50 foot-pound on that. And what I want to do is I want to try different accuracies with different slugs again. So say on level, I don't know, power level 5 or something like that. So that should probably give us between 20 and 30 foot-pound. We'll do it on level 13 or 14. That we know that's at 50 foot-pound, and then we'll whack it right up to 23, and I think that gives you around about 79 foot-pound. So different, obviously, powers with the slugs, and let's get into the conclusion. So my conclusion for my first, obviously, go with the King. It's an absolute beast of a rifle. I can't wait to get it, get it properly zeroed in, find out what slugs it likes, and get some actual, some hunting done with it. I'm going to take it out on the rabbits for a nighttime session very shortly, and see what kind of damage it does to him. Now, you don't even need to, I don't think, aim at the head for these. I think you can just do engine room shots, and the actual amount of force and power that it hits at it with, it's just going to, the expansion of the slug, it's just going to nail it straight away. As of, obviously, distances as well, I want to see if you can take them longer shots out to 100, 150 yards as well. We've got it's all the right kit on it. So we're going to try and, and I'm going to do a lot of practicing with it and make sure we get the right slugs for it and everything like that. And we're going to go out and, like I said again, and probably do a bit of like take the sniping approach on some rabbits and have a go at that and see obviously the distances it can do that. But my obviously first impression of it, it's going to get a 8 out of 10. It's a little bit heavy on the heavy side. It's about, I don't think I mentioned, it's about 3.5 kilograms. That's unscoped, and we had a mod on it. And yeah, it is quite heavy. It's quite forehand heavy as well, so it is quite forehand heavy. But I won't be taking standing shots with it. It's going to get a bottle clamp on it. It's going to get a bipod on, and I'll be shooting off obviously a tripod when I go out with it as well. As you know, I don't think I'd be able to shoot it standing, or shoot it standing accurately and at long ranges, which no one can really, and I don't want to do that either. But yeah, keep a lookout for some future episodes. It's probably going to come out in 2 or 3 weeks. We'll do the full slug test, and then we'll do go out and get some hunting done with it as well. But the hunting video might come out before the slug test if I can get it all set up and get it right before I do a slug test. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. New episodes out every Sunday at 6 o'clock, and I shall see you all soon. Cheers.